on 6.8 assists over the two competitions that they're playing, Israeli Premier League and Basketball Champions League. But look out for Thompson inside. Kai van der Vers was finding him last week. And there's a high 9 assists in game day 1 in the loss, heartbreaking loss at home against Turk Telekom, who we'll be seeing tomorrow night. I'll be covering that game. Looking forward to seeing them play. Here's the starting lineup for Holon. Lascivious Williams, TJ Klein, Brian Thompson's, Malachi Richardson and Yogef Ahayon, excuse me. And that lineup contains the leading assist and rebounder and scorer, of course. There's Sharon Drucker. He's taken over this season the helm at Hapoel UNET Holon, and he will be desperate to get a win on the board. It's not easy winning on the road in the Basketball Champions League. They will know that. But they have scored more than 10 threes from behind the arc, and that's what Oostende have really got to defend. They've got to defend way outside beyond the 3. Here's the Oostende starting 5. Memuima, Angola, Djordjevic, Thompson and Amarsila, the 18-year-old Senegalese. Look out for him tonight. Youth is really getting a chance in the Basketball Champions League. If you read Igor Kiric's help side column, it covers all the young guns in this competition. And Dario Jerka again on the sidelines for Filou Oostende. They're top of their domestic league. UNET Holon are 2-1. They're 4th in the Israeli league. But it's all to play for here. Both teams lost last week. One of them will have a win tonight, and one will still be winless and in big trouble in this group. So can Oostende finally win their first home game in the Basketball Champions League? They haven't been able to manage that in the previous seasons. UNET Holon have lost their last 4 games in the Basketball Champions League, including the back end of last season, but they've never lost 5 consecutive games. So something's got to give tonight. Filou Oostende are going to win their first home game in the Basketball Champions League season, or UNET Holon are going to lose 5 in a row, with the last 3 from last season, first 2 from this season. And that is Guy Panini, Israeli international, massive for club and country. I covered the Israel-Serbia Basketball World Cup qualification, and that was an extraordinary game where Guy Panini just made so many big shots for his country. He's going to need to do the same tonight and going forward for UNET Holon to have a chance of getting out of the regular season. Neither team have done that. Can it be this season that they get out of the regular season and maybe get through some knockout rounds and get towards that Final 4, which will be next May? Location to be decided. That is decided once the Final 4 teams are confirmed. Just moments away here. Game day 2, Tuesday evening in Oostende. Very pleased that you're joining us on livebasketball.tv. Do download the Basketball Champions League app. It's free on the App Store, and it has all the information about the teams, the players, history of the competition. You can just keep across everything, and I thoroughly recommend it. So here we go. Filou Oostende in the yellow, and UNET Holon as often wear the purple and yellow, which was donated, and we're off and running, and the ball's loose. Let's see what happens here. Oh, great play off the floor, and the pass to Ryan Thompson for a quick layup after the hustle. They're wearing the purple and gold that was donated to this Jewish team by a Jewish supporter of the Los Angeles Lakers. So there is a connection there between Hapoel UNET Holon and the Lakers as the ball goes in to Shevon Thompson, 7-foot, left-handed Jamaican player. He's got to get the ball up higher than that Iron. Phil slightly irritated. He didn't get the steal there. The ball was there to be taken. Inside, Amar Sila backing down on TJ Klein. Handoff, Djurdjevic. Fade away, and Weimer is good. Talked about him before the game. Never scored double digits in consecutive games. It's only the 5th time in his 38 appearances he'd scored in double digits. They need him to perform week in, week out to be successful, not only in their domestic league, which perennially they are. They need to be going deep into this Basketball Champions League competition. Penetrate, kick. Amar Sila attacks the basket. Oostende, but they get the offensive rebound with Chevon Thompson. They lead 4-2. Good defense as Mahayan got caught up in the air. Williams out into the corner. Nice kick right across. Left-handed shot is off by Mahayan, and defensive rebound by Filou Oostende. Off the glass is good. Brian Angola. Good game last week. 13 points, 3 rebounds. Nice crossover through the legs. Takes the contact from behind. He's too big, too strong. 6'5" player from Colombia. Backing down, nice spin, but can't make it. TJ Klein, dual national, Israeli-American. Shots. Looks as though he's going to shoot. Very clever play. And Chevon Thompson was ready for the catch. Looked as though they're going to put up the jump shot, but at the top of the jump, the pass went in. Good heads up from Chevon Thompson. He's carrying on his good work from last week. 16 points, 9 rebounds last week, and a tack to the basket. And this time he's going to get called for a foul. Nice bounce pass into the key, and Latavius Williams, 18 points, 8 rebounds last week. 2 from 4 from the free throw line last week. Let's see how he can do this week. He misses the first. And 1 of 2, 50% again, same as last week. And good defense there by Williams. Really active on the defensive end, hands up. Richardson. Ball still on the outside. They've got to guard the three-point shot. Oostende. He made 10 threes last week, did Holon, but a good drive, but well defended without fouling. Djurdjevic to the corner. Looks inside, but nothing there. Sila and Thompson step outside. Shot clock down to 10. Djurdjevic. Shots up from downtown is just out. Weimer. Mahayan, 9 assists last week. Look for him to share the ball, but he can hit the 3 as well. Thompson to the wing, but good hands down low by Filou Oostende. What a great pass with the bounce, and nice catch and finish by Jean-Marc Weimer. That's good heads-up play. Great pass, 3/4 of the court covered. And just bounced in front of him, and a good finish. 10-3 Oostende lead. Warning signs for Hapoel UNET Holon early. Good defense again. And Amar Sila. Nice catch and shoot, and wide open shot from Ryan Thompson. Nice out of bounds play, simple and effective. And Weimer gets the ball stolen, and Holon, a big block by Angola, and he is not happy with the rest of the defense not getting back. And Weimer just stopped, lost his concentration on the dribble. Good response from UNET Holon. Uostende kicks it outside. Three-pointer is good. Brian Angola. 13 points, 3 rebounds last week, and he is catch and shoot with no hesitation there. Ohio to Foster. Still Foster looking for the mid-post. TJ Klein, and that. He's shielding the ball with one hand, and his elbow did extend out towards Angola. Let's see how the refs look at this. That is an elbow, and if the referees had a chance, they would look at that again, and they may well reverse the call. That looks offensive foul to me. But a great finish all the way to the basket. Ryan Thompson makes the most of UNET Holon's maybe good fortune there. No offensive foul called on Klein. Thompson makes the 2. Ball's knocked loose, and UNET Holon are really playing tough D. But Ohio just can't elevate enough to make the 2 in the layup inside. Williams. Deep 3 is good. UNET Holon's first 3 of the night for Foster. They make a lot of 3s. That was deep. It's a pre-game. Score an average of 10.5 shots from behind the arc in their last 10 games in the Basketball Champions League. There was the rip through by Angola, and he gets called the foul. There's the 3 by Foster. Just catch, one quick dribble, knocks it down. Sam Georgievich, wraparound pass, but no one there to catch and finish underneath. Good rotation on the defense. Both teams very active defensively. Asila goes out. And in comes Mikhail McIntosh. Good game last week by the 25-year-old Canadian. 21 minutes, 10 points. And UNET Holon have the chance to take the lead here. Inside, Klein in the post. Can't get the score, and he gives the ball up. Off the glass, and the extra tip. Good play by Weimer, maybe making up for that turnover a couple of minutes ago off the dribble. Good pursuing of the ball there. 1 steal by Holon, 4 by Oostende, 4 by Holon, and that's another long-range shot. And they're really quick fire shots as well by UNET Holon, and they tie the game at 15. It's wide open, and Weimer, can he knock down the 3? He can. He looks confident. He looks focused. And he's got UNET Holon's last 5 points. Excuse me, Filou Oostende's last 5 points. Shots up. No good. They're starting to shoot on sight now. That's a couple of dribbles prior to shooting. Georgievich gets fouled, and Klein's, excuse me, Amit Simhon is questioning the decision. 20-year-old, 195 Israeli. 23 minutes, 11 points. 3 from 7 from behind the arc for Simhon last week. 3 assists as well, as Panini comes in at one end of his career as a veteran, and Kai van der Verstervries, 17 years old, member of the Belgian junior national team, is right at the start of his career, and how impressed Guy Panini would have been. There's laughs all round there. How impressed he would have been, I'm sure, by Kai van der Weer's performance last week. Inbounds by 6 in yellow, and the shots up off the catch and shoot. Really impressive play by Brian Angola. He has had a strong start to this game for Filou Oostende. We're looking for their first ever home win in the Basketball Champions League. That being their first home game of the season. Swoops is in. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first. Hope you're enjoying the action here. Basketball Champions League, game day 2, Group A. Shots up from around the free throw line from the elbow. Loic Schwartz knocks it down. Great pass, and the foul. Marcus Foster just can't get the shot to go. There's the percentages. Oostende 78% from inside. Nice no look from Panini. Such a good height at 6'7". He can see over the defense. Guy Panini. And Foster knocks down. Free throw. It's 9 of 13, 69% in the Israeli league. Showing good form there, and Ryan Thompson coming out. UNET Holon. Oh, nice patient play, but they can't get it to go. Mikhail McIntosh, but they get the offensive rebound. This time they still can't get it to go, and persistence pays off in the end. Nice job by Yannick Dezeron. He's just come in. 6'10" Belgian. Pull-up three is good. Nothing but net. Malachi Richardson continuing his hot streak. Leading scorer last week. Knocks down a three. And UNET Holon are so tough to guard from the outside. It's such a quick release. Nice passing, but they can't make the catch. Dezeron there. And from the wing, it's a hard foul by Kai van der Weer. And Simhon ends up on the deck, but again, Van der Weer getting help from the more experienced players. It's learning on the job here for the young Belgian junior international. And Simhon. 8 of 10 from free throws in the Israeli Premier League so far this season. He made 1 out of 2 last week in the loss to Turk Telecom. And he knocks down that shot, and that pleases Sharon Drucker. They're going to have to make their free throws to make things count here in Oostende. 8-second differential between the game and shot clock. And a foul called off the ball. 8 seconds remaining for Oostende on the shot clock. UNET Holon are in team fouls. So Yannick Dezeron will go to the line as Jean-Marc Nwima comes in. So he just fouled on the pick and roll there. He was grabbed on the arm. 2 last week, 3 throws made. But great offensive rebound. And Mikhail McIntosh makes no mistake there with the throwdown. Oostende by 6. 5 seconds remaining in the first. And there's a foul. As Richardson attacked the basket off the crossover right to left. Had always 3 throws last week, did Richardson in the Basketball Champions League. 7 of 8 in the Israeli Premier League. So 2 seconds remaining. 4-point lead for Oostende. In comes Shlomo Harush. 5 minutes last week, 3 points. Shot from half court, pull up. Hits the rim, so close. Could have been a fantastic finish to the first quarter for Filou Oostende, but it just misses off the front rim. We've got a good one here. Very little between the two teams. It's Filou Oostende 28, UNET Holon 24 at the end of the first quarter. The game statistics this evening: 69% from 2, 60% from 3 Oostende, 3 of 5, but also a UNET Holon. And
but this is the hooker. Whatever they want, they do here.
Which is a really massive improvement for Filou Oostende. They're only 15% last week from behind the arc as we look at some of the highlights. 37% for UNET Holon. 77.8% from the free throw line they were last week. Oostende, and just 64% for Capo UNET Holon. Just other key stats to be aware of. UNET Holon will be looking to keep the points from the bench ahead of Filou Oostende. They're 4 more, 27 to 23 from last week's game. 42 points to 34 points in the paint for Filou Oostende. They're going to be looking inside for big Shevon Thompson and Amar Seiler. Mikhail McIntosh, you can see how active he was off the offensive rebound. That was a really simple execution of the out-of-bounds play, but such a big shot for Filou Oostende there. Filou Oostende 16 turnovers last week, and UNET Holon just 11 assists. 21 assists for UNET Holon, just 11 of assists for Filou Oostende. They need to increase that and share the basketball. And with the likes of Kai van der Verst, he's very much going to be a pass-first player. 7 points last week, 5 assists in 22 minutes of action. How is he going to impact the game today? We're underway in the second quarter. Turnaround J just short, or jump hook just short for Filou Oostende. Kai van der Verst. He's going to have his hands full with his American guards, and Ohio, the veteran for UNET Holon. There's Guy Panini looking for a handoff. Passes to Harush, and block shot, ball's loose. Ball still loose, and shot clock expires. Good job by Filou Oostende. Van der Verst all the way off the glass, just misses. I think he's fouled by Guy Panini. Great explosiveness to the basket for the 17-year-old Belgian international. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Won't go to the line for 2 shots, my mistake. Panini for 3 is just off. Caught that just where he wanted it to and was able to square up Shots up, and it's just out. Good offensive rebound. By Desiron. Panini comes back out, just a few minutes there. Wasn't playing last week. Just managing his minutes. To have some huge moments for the Israeli national team. And I mentioned pre-game. Shots up again, off the dribble, just off Orangola. It's a tough shot over the top by Marcus Foster. A shot right over the top of Diverst and the help as well. I think that was Angola trying to help. Turnaround, jump, step through. It's no good, but good offensive effort on the rebound by Sivas Bishat. 20 years old, Sivas Bishat. And in comes Imwima. Big minutes required by Imwima. Belgian international needs to show his best stuff tonight. TJ Klein, handoff to Richardson. Left-hand dribble, finishes right. Really tough move off 2 feet. And the game is tied again. Imwima just couldn't stay with it. Look at the crossover. And he just stands Imwima up for a split second and then explodes left-handed. Couple of dribbles, left-right finish with his feet, and it's timeout called by Filou Oostende. Let's listen in.
In offense, we need to move the ball, pass the ball to each other. They crowd defense, we still want to shoot down there. They use the pick and roll to attack BT, to take a big review with they are slow, so we can find the roller on the weak side, not to take 3-point shots only. Cannot live from that only.
Here's the stats so far. 52% and 47% from Oostende Holon. 56% from 2 for Filou Oostende. 56%
anymore. This guy up.
UNET Holon.
Inside touch on Mike. If they don't switch.
Fans having a great time. There's some Israeli flag there. Israeli fans that have made the trip. Of course, there may be some Israelis that live not far from Ostend. They have allegiances with the UNET Holon team. It's great to see away fans here making the journey midweek. 4th season of the Basketball Champions League. 8 months of competition. 15 countries are being represented. It's a very much pan-European competition. Quick whistle there on the Filou Oostende offense. Foster. Good shot there. Inbounds from the baseline. Filou Oostende. Shots up and good by Loic Schwartz. Pull up Jay. Loic Schwartz. 14 minutes, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist last week. He'll want to improve on that, especially on his home court. Shots up from 3 is good. No hesitation, no problem for Marcus Foster. UNET Holon made 10 threes last week in the loss against Turk Telecom. They are looking to be doing the same again tonight. Imwima, nice bounce pass to the rolling Sivas Bishat. And he's fouled by Shlomo Harush. 27 points they made last week. So 10 of 27 attempts they made from the three-point line. UNET Holon last week in Basketball Champions League game day 1. Shooting there, 2 points, making both free throws. Nice bounce pass, great attack by Latavius Williams. And he's fouled on his way to the basket. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Oostende by 1. Second quarter, 6:30 remaining. Crucial matchup for these two teams. Both teams lost last week. Filou Oostende to Strasbourg and UNET Holon to Telecom, who are going to be strong in this competition. So Telecom winning in Israel last week. Now UNET Holon can take the lead. And they do, 33 to 32. 3 points for Williams. And 18 points and 8 rebounds last week. Schwartz kicks out. Reverse floater is really clever. Kay van der Verst, 17 years old, showing a lot of poise there with that floater. Good defense on ball and help there, but they can't get back out. They go in to the post before they can get out to the 3. TJ Klein makes them pay. So quick with the release on these threes. Van der Verst makes the 2. Tough move, round arm layup. He's up to 4 points, 2 of 3 from 2-point range. Tied at 36. We've got a real good one cooking here in Oostende, Belgium. Harouche inside, deep into the key of Oostende. Back outside, good defense. And Weimer tries to save it. And the shot clock expires. Great defense for 24 seconds by the home team, Filou Oostende. Here comes Chevon Thompson. Five steals for UNET Holon, 3 for Oostende. Schwartz to Kay van der Verst. High screen from Thompson. All the way across. Catch. Jump shot is short, but good offensive effort. But UNET Holon get the defensive rebound. Yoged Mahaya. Experience versus raw youth there on the offense and defense for a moment. TJ Klein. As he attacked the basket and fouled by Kay van der Verst. Big mismatch there. Van der Verst 191. TJ Klein 2 meters and 6. Harouche takes the seat. Klein. And Richardson almost turning it over. Williams retrieves the situation for Holon. TJ Klein. Shot clock running down. They get it inside. Alley-oop action, no good. And Djordjevic with the defensive rebound, but Chevon Thompson called for an offensive foul, and that is a correct call. Great camera angle by the FIBA guys, as always. And from where I was sitting, that's definitely an offensive foul. He's big, Chevon Thompson. 7 foot, you've just got to be subtle sometimes, because these top players, TJ Klein's one of them, will make the most of any extra contact. Good job by TJ Klein, winning an extra possession for his team. Wild. Jalen Johnson, he's in the game, 0 in purple. And a foul away from the ball. And the boos and the whistles, you can tell, are from the home fans as Mikhail McIntosh called for a foul away from the ball. Oostende in team fouls. Thompson at the line, 6 of 8 in the Israeli league from the free throw line. He's up to 10 points and he's 2 of 2 tonight. Schwartz, there's a whistle. Excuse me, Ryan Angola going hard to the hoop there and gets fouled. And he should be going to the line for 2 shots. Nice rotation on that shot. of 19 in the Belgium domestic league, which Filou Oostende leading, 4-0 record. Want to get a win in the Basketball Champions League. It's going to be tough. It's tied at 38. Good look inside for Klein, but he can't finish. Angola can't get the roll, but Shevon Thompson can get the offensive rebound, and he puts it back. And that's a big moment for Filou Oostende, and they take the lead yet again. Too big, too strong. Shevon Thompson. In this timeout by UNET Holon.
Brian, you start with the ball, you're in the strong side. Billy, you go TJ on the mid-post, JJ here. We play 5. You let the ball right and you sprint to guy. Guy, you go
top
you
of the Israeli league at the moment this season, so he's coached us some good teams prior to coming to UNET Holon as we look at the statistics so far.
Keep going. Right, this is right. And then we go shoot the play. Let's go.
So coached at Jerusalem back in 2004-2005, who were in the Basketball Champions League again this season, and looking very strong once again, winning on the road in Bandırma, Turkey last week. I was fortunate enough to be courtside for that one. I enjoyed that thoroughly, as I'm doing here tonight. Filou Oostende looking for a home win. Not always easy to come by. They've not been able to manage it in their first home game of each Basketball Champions League season fixture they've had. Can they do it tonight? A lot of whistles. Filou Oostende already in team foul. There's a lot of whistles from the crowd, a lot of whistles from the referees as well. Calling it very tight. They don't want this game to get over physical. And Angola looking frustrated. But let's have a look. Quick inbound play by Panini. Slightly off target, the pass. Ryan Thompson finally grabbed the ball off the bounce. The net result is Thompson's at the line and doesn't waste any time in knocking down the first. This is that, and a flying Weimer gets the rebound. Second quarter action here, tied at 40. Both teams desperate to get their first win registered in Group A. Jab step, threes up, is short, just thought about it, maybe could have just caught the ball and shot that. Mikhail McIntosh, 12 points for Thompson from UNET Holon. It's only a really strong first half for the visitors. Filou Oostende, not good at all from behind the arc, just 15% last week. And they're trying to guard a team in UNET Holon and shoot. Well, they made 10 last week. And good scrambling defense. Yoged Hahayan gets the steal. Catch, jump, hook is good for Jalen Johnson. He had 3 minutes last week, no points, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls. He got in a lot of foul trouble in that 3 minutes, and he knocks down a nice jump hook. And there's a foul before the shot on Panini. It's not the quickest defensively, this guy Panini. He's got so many other attributes. At times, if they do focus on him in one-on-one situations without help coming quick enough, then he can take advantage of Guy Panini in that area. Carl McIntosh at the line makes the first. 100% last week from the free throw line. And he's 100% this week. So far, 1 from 1. Knocks down the second. And he takes a seat, 4 points this week. Starting to go with his 10 points from last week against Strasbourg in France, which of course Filou Oostende lost. UNET Holon lost at home against Turk Telecom by 3. Panini back to Ryan Thompson. Thompson attacks off the dribble. Great help defense from Amar Sailer. Djuljevic looking for quick options. Back to Djuljevic. Bounce pass, and Weimer guarded by Hein. He's bigger, he's stronger, and on that occasion he was better offensively than the defense that O'Hine could produce. There's a nice crossover first, but look at the block. Shots up by Holon, just misses. And Oostende can extend their lead. Just give them a bit of breathing space. Inside, throw down by Shevon Thompson. Great catch and finish, and a rolling left-handed slam for Filou Oostende. Shevon Thompson, the provider. Timeout, Hapoel UNET Holon.
Marcus, keep going, Yogi. It's impossible that everything can all be kind of
nice
done
play. Let's
under the
listen
basket.
in
Whatever
to
they're
Coach
doing, staggered, whatever, they bring you and it's over. That's it. Down, here, side, left, doesn't matter. We got to resist, guys. We are in a tempo, I told you. It's craziness. We are not playing defense at all. Let's start more one-on-one. Handle well every possession. But we can all, we got a hand. We're going to run one side. Okay? You start, Marcus. You start right side. Ali's on the weak side. We swing it. Okay? First cut, staggered. We go hard, pick and roll there over the limit. All right, Tay. You go for JJ. Let's go.
Some clear words from Coach Drucker there. You're not playing any defense, and there was no pressure on the pass that Dusan Djuljevic made, and Shevon Thompson was able to just catch, turn and spin and just throw it down left-handed, which is good signs for Filou Oostende and for the home crowd. So Coach Sharon Drucker will be hoping that this timeout has just got them refocused, got the effort levels up, and they can play some better defense going forward. So 4-point lead for the home team, Filou Oostende. 1:45 remaining in the second quarter. Hope you're enjoying the action here on livebasketball.tv, the home of the Basketball Champions League. Richardson, one-on-one, as was mentioned in the timeout. Let's go one-on-one when we can. And he misses, and Chevron Thompson gets the rebound. And Richardson knocks it loose, out of bounds, because he brought the ball down. He's 7 foot tall, needs to keep that ball up, elbows out, create space for himself. Djordjevic to Sailor, right through the middle, excuse me, of the UNET Holon defense. Brian Angola, easy as you like, and the defense has not improved for Coach Strucker. Panini hands off. Panini again gives it back to Richardson. We're under a minute left in the first. Catch, shoot, misses from three. Does Foster. They get an offensive rebound with Williams. Latavius Williams just turns and throws it up. Big game for UNET Holon. They've lost in their domestic league. They lost to Telecom last week. Lost in their domestic league. As well to Galgaboa. So wanting to put things right and get a win. Tyler just a bit long on the jump hook. But he's in the game and he's being active. Second differential between game and shot clock. They're going to look to run it right down, UNET Holon. Goes all the way, great defense, straight hands up by Seiler. And he's going to take the three, and he's going to make the three. He played defense without fouling, hustled up the other end of the court, catch, turn at the three-point line, or just behind, and he knocks down the three. Great moments for Filou Oostende to bring the first half to an end here in Belgium. It's half-time, Filou Oostende 51, Hapoel UNET Holon 43. It's a really explosive finish, especially by number 43 of Filou Oostende, Amar Seiler. Good defense causing the missed shot, and then the three at the end. As we look at the game statistics, just 10 rebounds for UNET Holon, 3 offensive, 7 defensive. A lot of that is to do with the fact that Filou Oostende are shooting a very high percentage, especially from 2-point range, and then they knock down the three at the end as well. There's the visiting supporters from Hapoel UNET Holon, creating a great atmosphere here, as it always is every Tuesday and Wednesday night in the Basketball Champions League. Everybody in the Filou Oostende roster is contributing. And that's great signs for them trying, Filou Oostende trying to win their first game of the season at home. In their 4th attempt, it's their 4th time in the Basketball Champions League. They've been in every season. So they're trying to win their first home game, their first home fixture of the season, and UNET Holon are trying not to lose 5 games in a row for the first time. They're on a 4-game losing streak at the moment. They might want to make it 5. But I'll leave you with the highlights. I hope you're enjoying the action here. It's Group A, Basketball Champions League, game day 2, Filou Oostende versus UNET Holon. I'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy the highlights. Don't go anywhere. We've got a real good one here in Ostend, Belgium. welcome back to Oostende in Belgium. We're at half-time here between Filou Oostende and UNET Holon from Israel. And the home team leading at half-time by 8 points. Had a really good end to the first half. UNET Holon, Marcus Foster, 13 points. Just going through some of the top scorers and stats leaders. Jerka must be happy with the resilience shown by Filou Oostende. It's a very dangerous team for UNET Holon. Trying to restrict their efforts from beyond the arc. It did get hot for a while, UNET Holon, but Filou Oostende, who really struggled from behind the arc last week against Strasbourg, have hit some big threes themselves, especially Amar Seiler hitting a big three. Angola and Weimer's hit a three. They've also been very efficient from inside, with Chevin Thompson showing good catch and finish with a dunk, which caused a Coach Drucker timeout. And again, we've been able to watch Guy van der Verst, 4 points, running the point at 17 years old, and so well thought of within the European basketball community. And Igor Kuritic, read his article about all the young guns, the young players that I covered last week for Banderma, are very much to the fore, and youth is being given a chance, and what a great way to start your professional career on the Basketball Champions League stage.
Press outside.
Presentation being made there. Very colourful bouquet of flowers. And we're just about underway here, third quarter. Underway. Filou Oostende in yellow, bright yellow, and they get their 3-pointer up and just off and over the stanchion. They're in yellow, going from our right to left as the band plays up. They're not playing up, they're just playing. Not playing up yet anyway. They're very happy. The Oostende band, the trumpeter there, and his percussion assistant. Dusan Djurgovic on the floor for Oostende. Good help defense, and it pays dividends. UNET Holon get the ball back. No score, and great look ahead for the throwdown. It's that man again, Amar Seiler. He finishes the second quarter with a three, starts the third quarter with a big slam in transition. Foster kicks it out to the corner, another attack, and UNET Holon are able to answer with Latavius Williams. He's up to 6 points. Great pass inside again, and this time Shevin Thompson, the pass from the top. Perfect two-handed pass from Djordjevic. Shevin Thompson, there's no one who can compete with him when he elevates. And again, what a block! What a block by Silas. That's his second block at least. And Weema inside, and they're getting out of control now. For UNET Holon, they can't cope with the length defensively of Silas Sailor. And then inside from Weema to Thompson. Just misses the free throw. Really good start for Oostende, and they've got a 12-point lead. Simon drives, and the two is down, and he will go to the line. That's a really strong attack, and Djordjevic tried to take the charge, but he was too late. He may have been inside the charge circle as well. Really good attack by Simon. Missed the free throw, and Filou Oostende. Djordjevic really had a sharp start to this third quarter. Djordjevic. Angola attacking the basket. They're just letting Angola get up ahead of steam, and once he gets going, Latavius Williams cannot cope with that sort of foot speed. And Sharon Drucker, former assistant coach with Maccabi Tel Aviv, former ULEB Cup winner. There's Darragh Jerker with Kai van der Vers listening in, soaking up all the information from coach and his fellow players. And there's a coming together at half court. I'm not sure exactly what sparked that. The referees have intervened very quickly, as have the other players. Amar Seiler there, he just wouldn't let TJ Klein through. Could be looked upon as unnecessary contact. Amar Seiler. And now Coach Jerka is going to be careful here. Amar Seiler is playing at a really high level, offensively and defensively. They wouldn't want to lose the young 18-year-old Senegalese. I don't think it was enough for an ejection. He just stood his ground. Unnecessary contact, I'd call it. He should have been backing off, really. It wasn't as though he was setting a screen on Klein. He should have just been running back with Klein, seeing where he is. And now the coach is just calming him down, telling him he's having a big game for the team. Don't get yourself ejected. Sit down, get a drink, and calm down. So is that moment going to spark a comeback for Hapoel UNET Holon? Attack from the wing, no way through there. Great pass, extra pass, super wraparound pass along the baseline, and it's Klein who was involved in that scrap, or potential scrap with Silas, scores the two. Best way to respond after a coming together of players. Djurdjevic just got to calm things down now from the point. 36-year-old Serb, and it's good hands. And here comes Hapoel UNET Holon. Klein, still Klein, and he finishes with his right hand from the left. Apologies, it was Simhon attacking from the left, and he scores with his right. 6 points for Simhon. Strong play from Hapoel UNET Holon, and more bodies going down. This time Foster hits the deck. Now Chevon Thompson has got to be careful. That's twice. If it's a let's just see if it's offensive or defensive. Let's have a look. Well, it looked like a flop, but there's very little contact. Whereas last time when Chevon Thompson got the offensive foul, he forcibly pushed TJ Klein away. In comes Simon Buisi. Number 4 for Filou Oostende has 1 shot. So, Chevon Thompson at the free throw line. It's up to 13 points. 16 and 9 last week in the loss against Strasbourg. 16 points, 9 rebounds, and he's having another strong showing to 14 points, 2 of 3 from the line. Basketball Champions League action, game day 2 in Group A. Both teams looking for their first win here in Ostend, Belgium. Pass from Klein, running hook is no good, but Klein in amongst the Ostend defense, trying to put it back one-handed, no good. Djurdjevic and Wima looking inside, he gets it. Oh, nice play, but blocked, but a foul called, I think. Nice spin move by Mikhail McIntosh. Breaking a play. McIntosh looking in some discomfort. That ball was blocked at the top of his jump. Just jammed his hand. Let's have a look at this. He rips it through on the square up. Simhon is there. And the help came, and McIntosh will be at the line for 2 shots. Substitution, and it looks as though Mikhail McIntosh is struggling with his hand, and he's not able to take the free throws, so Guy van der Verst has been brought in. He's 1 of 2 for the free throw line last week. Second. He's 100% in the Belgian league as well. 11-point lead for the team in yellow, Filou Oostende. Both teams looking for their first win in Group A. It was an off-balance shot. Simon Buisi, 22-year-old Belgian, 6'6", 198. It's a bit of a hit in the face, and he's just shaking himself down. 11 minutes last week. No stats to show, but 11 minutes on court, he's doing a job for his team, and he's doing it again tonight. Inside, nice pass. And again, it's getting very physical, this time between Williams and Thompson. And once he gets that deep, it is difficult, especially being that left-hander. Difficult to stop him. Just got to put him to the line. Marcus Foster takes a seat. Just short on the second. Ohio versus Van der Verst. Veteran versus youth. Inside, Jalen Johnson looking to get his Basketball Champions League campaign up and running, and I think that was out of bounds there for Simhon. He might have had his foot on the line, but very close. And there's Mikhail McIntosh just trying to see if he can get himself back in the game. Amar Seiler. Kicked across by Van der Verst for Mwima, who knocks another three down. He's playing really calmly, really assured exactly what Filou Oostende need to get their first win in their Basketball Champions League campaign for 2019-2020 season. Time out. Hapoel UNET Holon. Just listening to Coach Deluca's timeout.
Yogi, Ryan and Simon, we go. Let's do the flat, okay? Let's do the flat. No, sorry. Mali, Yogi and Simon, you ready? So every pick and roll, we are here. We go over the top aggressively, and we are bumping every time we can on the roller. Then we go over the top. So girls, we look top all the time. Defense, offensively, I want to throw flash. Now we run on Mali's side. Let's execute it quick. If we don't have pick and roll, ball goes to you again. But if it's downstream, go hard. Throw flash.
Coach Trigger's got problems. He's trying to solve them here in Ostend. His team are on a 4-game losing streak. They don't want to make it 5. They've never lost 5 games in a row in the Basketball Champions League. See those games coming at the end of last season as well. And nice mid-range jump shot, Malachi Richardson. Neither of these teams, he's up to 9 points, 2 of 3 from 2. Neither of these teams have got out of the regular season in their Basketball Champions League campaigns. Ostend, this is their 4th. They've been here every year in this tournament, and UNET Holon, it's their 3rd. And inside, not enough height there. Shevin Thompson, good look though, he's a real threat inside, especially when it's one-on-one coverage. Richardson, shots up for 3 is just long. And Amar Seiler back in the game, calmed down, refreshed, nice crossover, kick out in mid-air, and inside, and throw down one-handed. Shevin Thompson is causing real issues for the UNET Holon defense. And they're just looking inside for him, gets good position, just turns onto that left side and throws it down. Another 3 is good for UNET Holon. Malachi Richardson, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals last week. He's up to 12 this week. He's going to need something similar this week if UNET Holon are going to turn this around. They're down by 12. De Verst hits it, knocks away again. He just glides around the court. It's the Filou Oostende point guard, 17 years of age, and to be playing alongside Dosen Djurdjevic and then against the likes of Guy Panini and Yoga Vahayon. So much can be learned. Ostend timeout. A little bit untidy there. Coach Shurka wants to get things back under control.
Yeah, okay, but hey, Ohio shoots. Listen. You have 8 seconds. Look. Guy here. wide here. This is Simon. Jean-Marc on the ball. Hey, get here, screen, guy, get open. Pass. That moment, this is a screen. You seal here. Listen, they denying this pass.
Really good field goal percentage, 60% field goal percentage for Filou Oostende. Playing very well, sharing the basketball. They need to share it better than they did last week. And there's one player that's really stepped up. Amar Seiler. (18 years old). You've got Seiler and Guy van der Vers, 17 and 18 years old. Left-hand dribble, step through, hangs and knocks it down. That is class from Guy van der Vers. Step through, jump, and he's going up against UNET Holon, the winner of multiple titles around European basketball. And that was pretty good response by Holon. He's telling Van der Vers, anything you can do, I can do better. Just watch for that matchup to progress. And Van der Vers is causing all sorts of issues. When he gets into the front court and starts going downhill, Richardson can't deal with him. And he's back at the line, and what a talent this young man is. And Igor Juricic was not messing about when he put this player in the spotlight with his help side column amongst other top European players. Hazer from Van Derma, and they missed the free throw, but they get the offensive tap back, and the shot's up from way downtown for Simon Buissy. Showing upper UNET Holon that Filou Oostende can shoot the three ball as well. 16-point lead for Filou Oostende. Ball's not loose. Still belongs to the team in purple. And a high and bit of frustration. Clever inbounds play, but they need the catch. Shots out to Panini, who gets fouled on the three, and again they just couldn't quite get him out. Couldn't quite get out to him on the closeout. Panini. He's 36 years old. Just such a top performer. Former EuroLeague champion, Israeli League champion multiple times, along with the Israeli Cup winner. An Israeli all-star, and now trying his best to inspire this Hapoel UNET Holon team to get them back in the game. And foul call at the free throw line. And Simon Buissy, 22-year-old Belgium. Down the first 4 points. Calmly knocks down both free throws, and that's massive. keep the momentum going for Filou Oostende. He's up to 5 points now, personal. 15-point lead for Filou Oostende. Can they win tonight? Get to 1-1 in the group. Real problems here for UNET Holon. Ohio, step back, left-handed. It's off, ball's loose. There's a whistle called, and Yannick Zizaron is not happy with that call. You can clearly hear he's holding onto my shirt. How can that be my foul? He's got a point, but the referee saw it a different way. And Jalen Johnson, more effective this week, 4 points. No points last week in 3 minutes, just limited action. He got into foul trouble. And we've got more issues, more discipline issues here. With UNET Holon and Coach Sharon Drucker. Just got to keep his team under control here. Try and focus their energy, but it's tough. Focus their energy in a positive way, but it's tough. You get caught up in the moment. You're down by 13 in a really massive game so early in the season, because you'd lost last week. And at the moment, Filou Oostende are calm, they're controlled. And now Yogo Verheyen's had to leave the court. They're not missing a beat. Same with Simon Buisi. They just knocked their free throws down. He's on to 10 points now to back up the 7-point performance from last week. It was 3 of 5 field goals last week with 5 assists. He's just missed that free throw. Coach Dario Jerka must be so happy with the performance of that young man and the team tonight so far. Lots of time left for UNET Holon to make a comeback. And the Verst up to 11 points. He's a gold medal winner with Belgium in Division B of the Under-18 European Championships. Shots up. Here's long offensive rebound. Good job by UNET Holon there to grab the offensive rebound. They've got to keep working. Both teams in team fouls. That was Jalen Johnson. 2 rebounds last week. And that's a really good job at an important moment. Get the clock stopped. Try and make these free throws. And knocks down the first. It's just 2 of 5 from free throws in the Israeli league so far. And he's 4 of 4 tonight, so that's a big improvement from last week. But UNET Holon's number 0. Nwima. Simon Buisi. De Verst takes the 3 just off, and De Verst. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. 13-point lead. No foul, and he's just fallen, I think, Richardson. That's a tough call. That's a tough play for him, but he just slipped. There was didn't look like a foul from Nwima. Yeah, just slipped. His right foot just went from under him, but he was being shown the baseline. Not sure how he would have. And now there's an issue. And Kai van der Verst does the right thing, walks straight away. And real frustration now from this Hapoel UNET Holon team. And It's really starting to get out of control and fall apart here for Hapoel UNET Holon. Malachi Richardson, 23 years old from the USA, and it's 2 more shots. And Van der Verst, 17 years old, just taking this in his stride, being totally calm, no ego at all with Van der Verst. He's obviously a top player, so he's just got to stay in the zone, stay in the moment, knock down these free throws. Sure, by the look on his face, was he given a... I think he was given a technical himself. I'm sure it was just on Richardson. So can UNET Holon make one last push? They need to have a positive offense now. No more distractions, no more letdowns. There's a couple of seconds between game and shot clock. Foster with the ball, going one-on-one. Van der Verst is being left out there. Screen. 3 is no good. Van der Verst with the rebound. There's time. Passes ahead. Still time. Shots up, and it's just out. But great clock management and clear thinking there, and appreciated by Mwima as he signals across to Guy Van der Verst. Explosive third quarter action. Oostende in control. They lead 80-65 over Hapoel UNET Holon. Some of the game statistics for you going through the screen. Just very much about ill discipline from UNET Holon and some great play from inside and out from Filou Oostende, and that was one of the highlights for UNET Holon. That Simon drive, and they've lost that third quarter 29-22. Filou Oostende are really feeling as though they're on the verge of getting their first win in the Basketball Champions League in their first home game of the season. They've lost their previous 3. And if they keep sharing the ball, different points of attack from the corner, from the top, inside to Thompson, who's also, by his presence, is giving more room for the outside shooters as well. He's such a presence underneath. And the maturity of Guy Van der Verst is a joy to watch. Plays with a nice rhythm, head up. If the pass is on, he gives it early, while the defense are still retreating, so there's some semi-transition offense to be had, like that Mwima attempt at the end of the third. He had a really good look because of the early pass from Guy Van der Verst. Some other guards may well have wanted to keep hold of the ball and make the shot themselves, but smart guards will always look for the best option, which isn't always them scoring. So quick foul, Simon Buisi, as we start the fourth quarter. TJ Klein, of course, who was involved in a half-court fracas with Amar Seiler. Now he goes inside and he's wrapped up by Buisi. And there's Seiler and TJ Klein again in direct opposition. Shots up, no good. The angle was just closed down by the Filou Oostende defense. Cross-court pass, left-hand dribble, shots up and good. Marcus Foster, is this the start of the comeback for Hapoel UNET Holon? Long time to go. A really good left-hand lateral dribble. And it's getting really physical, and Guy Van der Verst doesn't mind mixing it either. He's not backing down to these older and potentially stronger Unit Holon defenders, ball's loose, good catch. Desiring just, well, he off balance, but looked as though he was pushed, but nothing given. And Weimer blocks the shot, but I think it was back ball first. Potentially, let's have a look. Great no-look pass. Maybe decided that it was above the rim or in the cylinder. It's timeout here in Oostende. Group A, game day 2 action. Let's listen in to Coach Georgia.
They go aggressive. We need to be aggressive too. We need to be tough too.
2 points and 3 points. 43% from Oostende, 54% from Unit Holon from behind the arc. 66% from 2, 40% from 2 for Unit Holon. Filou Oostende, 66%, 21 of 32, 6 of 14 from 3, and 7 of 13 from 3 for Unit Holon, which is outstanding shooting. They made 10 out of 27 last week in the loss against Turk Telecom. Much better shooting from behind the arc by Filou Oostende this week compared with last. But just see how Unit Holon, they've had their frustrations, they've had their ill discipline. Are they going to turn it around now and just turn it all into a positive and really make Filou Oostende work all the way for this win, their first win of the season? Van der Verst, 13 points in 13 minutes of play. Good activity from the young Belgian, and no good there for Angola. And they crash the balls, Unit Holon. Van der Verst is just getting a bit of treatment, I would think, from the Unit Holon team. I think Coach Stewart is just going to have to keep an eye on that. Hands up on his backside again. Inbound pass, they were open, but they couldn't make the catch. All the way across. Foster drives, throws it up, and it's good. And is it going to be a score? Let's see if it's called in the act of shooting. Wonderful floating shot. I think they have counted it. Foster's up to 18 points. Following on from his 13 points, 6 rebound, 1 assist, 2 steal. Effort last week against Turk Telecom. 8-point lead for Oostende. 7-point lead for Oostende. 19 points. Foster in his 3 from 3 from the line, perfect from the charity stripe. Now Filou Oostende have to play smart. They need the experience of Djuljevic. They need Weimer to step up. Djuljevic gets it stolen, one-on-one, and it's good for Ryan Thompson. Weimer makes contact, and it's a score off the glass, and Hapoel Unit Holon are on the run. Definite foul, and then Weimer's got to foul harder than that. He's got to make more of an attempt. It was just a bump, and because of that, easy score. And now the tables are turning very quickly in favour of Hapoel Unit Holon, and it's now Dario Jurka who's not happy, and Marcela heads to the bench. Experienced players now, the youth of Oostende, with Van der Verst, with Isi, with Amos Silent. They've taken them to this point. Now it's down to the experience and the nous and the veteran leadership of Djuljevic and Weimer to step up at the age of 29 now and make smarter decisions maybe than he just made. You've either got to, within the rules and without getting an intentional foul, got to make it much more difficult than what he just did. And Djuljevic just dribbled straight into the double team. They've got to start thinking much clearer. That's an open jump shot, take it. And he knocks it down. Mikhail McIntosh. You've got the jab step. Defender's off you, off balance on his heels. Just knock the shot down. Don't overcomplicate things. McIntosh up to 6 points. They need him big now in this fourth quarter. TJ Klein comes back to his right hand. Oostende just do enough. Djuljevic cross court, Mwima. McIntosh back in after the injured hand. Keeps going. Tough shot. And there's a foul. There's a foul called. Is it on Thompson? By the reaction of the crowd, I think that might be a push. He's got both hands on Hapoel UNET Holon, Shalom Harouche. And he's got to be careful where he gets his hands with the size of him. And players, the experienced players, will make the most of it. It's only his second foul, Thompson. It's his first free throw of the night, Harouche. 1 point, 1 free throw out of 1. And he makes both. These are big, big moments in this game. Both teams know how important this game is. Just game day 2 of the regular season. Good attack by Ngoli. He just caught that ball, went straight at Harouche. He didn't have the lateral defensive movement. TJ Klein coming right out there. He's playing so aggressive today, Klein. Wherever there's contact, he's not far away. Left hand finish is good. Brian Angola, and screams from the Oostende crowd let you know they've increased their lead to 5 points. Harouche. Thompson pulls up for 3, it's just short. Good rebound by Oostende. That was difficult, right down by the waist. And a foul called. Harouche again. Breaking the Filou Oostende offense up and fouling Dusan Djuljevic. Djuljevic inside. Quick finish by the lefty Shevon Thompson again. Time and time again they go inside. Straight line pass from the top. Shoots over the smaller Klein. And Harouche, they can't deal with him when he turns onto his left hand. He's either throwing it down or he's got a nice touch off the glass. Timeout Hapoel UNET Holon. What a great game this is. Holon are showing great character. They're going to have to show it again.
We came back to the game. We don't want only to come back. We want to win the game. And the last 2 possessions, we are making a lot of mistakes. I told you we are not switching even at the end of the clock. Guys, you gotta fight and to be him. He didn't show me yet that he can shoot the pull-up, and we are going and we switch early and say it's outside the paint. Remember what I'm telling you, okay? Offensively, I want to run out the 2 sides, side to side. We don't have the first. We come high post, 1 guy, second. Hey, we have 1 ball to give.
Good timeout, and again the words at the start to get the timeout started. We don't just want to come back, we want to win. So they've come back, they brought the game to manageable proportions, and then they leave. Thompson underneath, and they give the lead back to Oostende, and the crowd are loving this. This game has heated up, and it's at boiling point right now. We've already had some discipline issues, technical fouls. Oostende back up by 7. Could be more after this, but it's not because Thompson misses. But he's caused a lot of issues for Holon tonight. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the fourth. Is regulation going to be enough to separate these two great basketball franchises, great clubs, European history. Harouche is struggling. There's a couple of fouls and now the turnover on the crossover. Great defense, and Djordjevic really showing his pleasure at being part of that good defensive play. Running hook is good! Dusan Djordjevic becomes scorer from provider. That's his first points of the game. He's 1 of 1. It's his first shot. Great time to score. Klein spins, no way through. And Weaver, much tougher defense this time. It's correct call, but he stops him from spinning baseline initially. Oostende in team fouls. Klein is going to have to work to get his 2 points, which is more than happened last time, and Weaver got a foul when he allowed the 2 points to be scored and got fouled. So let's see if Klein can be successful from the line. TJ Klein back with UNET Holon. He's dual national now, USA and Israeli. This will be his first free throw of the night. TJ Klein. This is the second. Good rebound by Angola, securing their balls. Holon, Israeli Cup winner 2018, which TJ Klein was part of. Angola, wide open Djordjevic, he attacks, and another floater. A little bit tougher this time, but look at Shevin Thompson when he gets it stolen. Brought the ball down again, he just needs to keep the ball up, shoulder height and above. Not loose again, and Thompson from the deflection, I think, by Djordjevic, gets the ball in his hand. Now Djordjevic is really showing his veteran leadership here. Thompson in the post. Guarded by Ryan Thompson. Attack, penetrate, kick, other side. Angola back to free throw line. Jump shot by Djordjevic, no good. Good rebound. TJ Klein, it's wild here in Oostende, Belgium. 8-point lead for Oostende. Yogev Hohayan to Ryan Thompson. He's fouled and he just can't get it to go. Nice crossover. He just distracted Angola there. And he crossed him over. He's at the free throw line. This is the free throw, but they get the offensive rebound. Up for three is good. That's massive for UNET Holon, and they put some pressure on the inbounds. Foster up to 22 points on the back of his 13-point game last week. 4-point lead inside, and it's a score for Shevin Thompson on the tip. Alley-oop. Wonderful pass inside. Look at this mid-air pass, half-facing Thompson. They weren't expecting it. And now Filou Oostende showing great maturity here and great resilience. Shevin Thompson. And he knocks that down for the three-point play. Shot from deep, too long. Rebounded by Shevin Thompson. Djordjevic, still Djordjevic. He's really come to life in this fourth quarter, especially And Michael McIntosh receives the assist from Djurdjevic. Catch, shoots and knocks it down. Is that the moment from which Hapoel UNET Holon will not be able to recover from? Timeout, UNET Holon here in Oostende.
Mali, you go on TJ. Ryan will play the 4. We switch 1 to 4 on defense. With the 5 we are still flat. On this slope or whatever, we gotta pedal back and touch it from the weak side without foul and basket. Okay? Offensively, I wanna run good. On the way, feet down. Yogi, this is Ryan.
Big
On the low post, passing the ball
between
down low.
rebounds, 15 rebound
This is
disparity.
Dave. We are cutting and coming to a screen to take to Mali. If we don't have it, it's a pick and roll. We take everybody open. They're over the limit every foul. Hey, it's an upside.
UNET Holon have done well to come back. They looked right on the edge of losing complete control. Discipline issues with Richardson getting technicals. And Oostende as many as 15-point lead, but they dragged it back to just 3 behind. Filou Oostende, to their credit, have pushed it back out to a 10-point lead. Both teams in team fouls, almost stolen by McIntosh. An attack, and what a block! Shevon Thompson, not in this house. That is a big-time block at a big moment in the game. Djurdjevic nearly slips, looking for the screen, and that's a foul. And Malachi Richardson just for a split second stopped playing defense, and a lot of contact there at the half, and he's got to be careful. Already had a technical foul, and he's looking very dejected as he leaves the court. He knows he's done wrong there. Djurdjevic just missing the first. Needs a bit more height on that. First free throws of the Basketball Champions League competition. No free throws last week. Drive, kick to the corner, a high on short and rebound. Shevon Thompson, who's had a huge game tonight. On the boards, blocking shots, massive block just now. And we're under 3 minutes remaining. It's an 11-point lead now for Oostende. Their magic number was 75 to score. They win most of their games if they get 75 plus points, and they are way above that tonight. They're going to get to 100, and that's massive for the home team as the explosive layup by Williams. Is there still life? As he goes up to 10 points, is there still life in Hapoel UNET Holon here on the road in Oostende? McIntosh just run out of steam. He slowed completely down to avoid the defender who just didn't have the power on the shot. Higher. Nice left-handed bounce pass. They're making it tough. Chasing off the 3. Then they're underneath the hoop for the steal, and now they can slow it down. Djurdjevic protects the ball. Under 2 minutes remaining. Loic Schwartz back in the game. McIntosh looks to step back, almost stolen. Loic Schwartz, pass fake, veteran play, and they kick it back out, and they start again. They get an extra 14 seconds. Smart play there by Filou Oostende in yellow. Now they attack. Spin, step through, beautiful play. Michael McIntosh putting on all the moves, showing great footwork. Jump stop, pivot, step through, and the finish. 17-point lead, and now Filou Oostende almost smell the scent of victory. Their first one in Group A. Pull-up jump shot is short. Defensive rebound saved. No offensive rebounders there for UNET Holon. And this is a massive victory for the Belgian league leaders, Filou Oostende. They're 4-0 in Belgium, and they're about to go 1-1 in Group A, the Basketball Champions League. Long three is off, but they get the offensive rebound, and it's a throwdown by Mikhail McIntosh. Let's hope he hasn't hurt his hand. One bounce. In fact, he missed it off the front of the rim. Apologies. He was going to make that. He didn't quite elevate high enough. Still 99-86. 20 seconds remaining. Jump shot from deep is short, and now Filou Oostende, they're going to run it, and they're going to throw it down. Big time slam for Brian Angola, who's been superb all night, and that's an exclamation mark for Filou Oostende, who are going to go to 1-1 and have their first victory of the Basketball Champions League. Shots up, it's off for Hapoel UNET Holon, and one more three is off for Angola, who wants to score right to the end. And it's a big victory, massive victory, a really good game here in Oostende. Players congratulate themselves. Djurdjevic really took over in the fourth quarter, where they rested the young players, the young guns. Final score here, Filou Oostende 101. Hapoel UNET Holon 86. Really good performances from Oostende tonight. And Weemer, 14 points. That's the first time he's gone double figure scoring in back-to-back games. Good signs. Here's the 2-point and 3-point and free throw percentages. UNET Holon 82% from the free throw line. 76.9% from Oostende. 42% from three. 65% from two. That's really good shooting from Oostende. Just 42% from the field for the visitors, Hapoel UNET Holon. But it's a real mixture of youth and experience with this Filou Oostende team, and it was the youth that really got them to the brink of breaking this game open, with Guy van der Verst and Simon Buisi playing well as well. And then, just when they needed it, Djurdjevic came up with some big offense, some big defense as well, and just controlled the game. And with McIntosh, Thompson being massive on both ends of the floor, they get the victory. Top scorers, Thompson 22 points, Foster 22 for UNET Holon, Angola 17 and took along with Thompson, and Weemer 14 with Richardson 12 points for UNET Holon. 17 and 9, so not quite a... Shevon Thompson with 22 big points. He was a real standout player, left-handed, 7-foot Jamaican, and they're very happy in the crowd here. Why shouldn't they be? They get their first win of the Basketball Champions League. The kids have got something to aspire to, some very young players to aspire to, with Amar Sila, Guy van der Verst and Simon Buisi. I must mention Amar Sila. He had a huge game as well. Got involved in a little spat at half court with TJ Klein, was taken out very smartly by Dario Djurdjevic, came back in and had some big moments, moving his feet, keeping his hands way up above his head on D. And as for Hapoel UNET Holon, they're going to have to think again, regroup. Sharon Drucker's going to have to bring them back together as they head back for Israeli Premier League action. But it's a big night for Filou Oostende. Some big performances from Guy van der Verst. from Angola, and Weimer, Djordjevic, Thompson, McIntosh, Seiler, wherever you look, there were some real big moments. But they almost broke the game open a couple of times, Oostende, but Hapoel, UNET Holon came back into the game, especially at the start of that fourth quarter, and it looked as though they were going to come all the way back. They couldn't quite tie the game up. And then Filou Oostende pulled away yet again, and they're able to secure their first victory. They go to 1-1. Hapoel, UNET Holon go to 0-2. They're in trouble at the foot of Group A. Only 4 teams qualified to round of 16 after the regular season, which will be, the end of that is in February. 5th and 6th go into the FIBA Europe Cup. 7th and 8th, their European campaign is over for the season. So, good signs, and that was a great sign there for McIntosh. And a big throw down for Brian Angola to put the exclamation mark on a great night for Filou Oostende. And he nearly scored right at the end as well. But it's cheers all round, smiles all round here in Oostende at the Verslaes Dome here in Oostende, Belgium. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. It's Graham Hiscock signing off from Oostende in Belgium. Congratulations to Filou Oostende. They get their first win of the season. Continue to stay tuned to livebasketball.tv as we look at the standings. Strasbourg, Polski, Kyrgyz Turin and Filou Oostende at the top there. And UNET Holon down the bottom. So Filou Oostende for the time being, there's other games to be played in this group, are in the top half of the league. So well done to Filou Oostende. There's Guy Panini supporter who's got an autograph. It's worth travelling to the game for that young lady. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay tuned to livebasketball.tv. There's more Basketball Champions League coming your way.